Okay, so here's something to think about. Chennedy Carter just set a WNBA record for scoring 97 points off the bench in the first 5 games of the season. That's not just impressive, it's historic.
That's incredible. And it's just one of the stories we're diving into today. Let's get started.
Welcome to DeActa Daily Digest. I'm Joseph.
And I'm Juniper. Here are today's top stories.
Let's start with Chennedy Carter and her remarkable resurgence in the WNBA. After missing 2 of the last 3 seasons, she's now with the Las Vegas Aces and is absolutely lighting it up. She's averaging a career-high 19.4 points per game while shooting an astonishing 67.2% from the field.
What's really striking is that she's doing all of this as a bench player. That's not a role you typically associate with record-breaking performances, but Carter has flipped that narrative. She's already set a league record for points scored by a bench player in the first 5 games of a season.
And it's not just about the scoring. Carter has added a 3-point shot to her game, which makes her even more versatile. She's shooting 37.5% from beyond the arc so far, and her coach, Becky Hammon, has praised her for being nearly unguardable when she's hitting those shots.
Hammond's approach seems to be a big part of Carter's success. She's given Carter the freedom to play her game on offense while also challenging her to improve on defense. That balance of trust and accountability is clearly paying off.
It really is. And Carter's story is just one example of how dynamic the WNBA is right now. There are so many newcomers making an impact this season. Take Olivia Miles, for instance. She's a rookie with the Minnesota Lynx, and she's already running their offense like a seasoned veteran.
Miles has been phenomenal. She's averaging 15.5 points, 5.8 assists, and 4.3 rebounds per game. Those are impressive numbers for anyone, let alone a rookie. And she's doing it while shooting nearly 48% from the field. She's even joined legends like Candace Parker and Sue Bird in achieving 10 points and 5 assists in each of her first 3 games.
That's elite company, no doubt. And then there's Brittany Sykes, who's leading the expansion Toronto Tempo. She's averaging a career-high 24.3 points per game and has become one of the faces of the franchise. Her two-way play is a big reason why Toronto is off to such a strong start.
Sykes is a force on both ends of the court. She's not only scoring at an incredible rate, but also ranks second in the league in steals. And she's averaging a career high in assists, which shows how well-rounded her game has become.
And let's not forget about Marina Mabrey, also with the Toronto Tempo. She's shooting 40% from three-point range and averaging 18.5 points per game. It feels like Toronto has really nailed their roster in this inaugural season.
They definitely have. And the other expansion team, the Portland Fire, is making waves too. Bridget Carlton, for example, has been a revelation. She's averaging a career-high 17 points per game and is one of the league's top players in steals.
The WNBA is in such a strong place right now. The mix of established stars, emerging talent, and expansion teams has created a really exciting dynamic. It's a great time to be a fan.
Absolutely. Now let's shift gears to our second story. The rebranding of Inspira Technologies to Qtrex Quantum. This is a fascinating move that signals the company's focus on quantum computing and advanced electronics.
It's a bold statement for sure. By changing their name to Qtrex Quantum and adopting the ticker symbol QTEX on NASDAQ, they're making it clear that they're all in on quantum technology. And their focus is on solving one of the biggest challenges in the field, connectivity within dilution cryostats.
For those who might not be familiar, dilution cryostats are these ultra-cold environments that quantum computers need to function. The problem is, traditional wiring can create all sorts of issues like heat, noise, and mechanical complexity. Qtrex is developing a solution that integrates everything into a single system, which could be a game changer.
Quantum computing has so much potential, but the hardware challenges are enormous. If Qtrex can deliver on its promises, they could play a key role in making quantum systems more scalable and efficient.
And the timing of this rebranding is interesting too. By positioning themselves as a leader in quantum connectivity, Qtrex is likely trying to attract both investors and industry partners. It's a bold move, but it feels like the right one for where the technology is heading.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see how they progress in the coming months. Now let's move on to our third and final story, the political situation in Israel. The Knesset has taken the first steps toward dissolving parliament, which could lead to early elections.
This is a huge development. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is facing mounting pressure from his coalition partners, and his government appears to be on the brink of collapse. The preliminary vote to move the bill forward was almost unanimous. 110 out of 120 members voted in favor.
That's a clear sign of how much support there is for dissolving the Knesset. If the bill passes, elections would have to be held within 90 days. That's a very short timeline, especially given the political and security challenges Israel is facing right now.
And those challenges are significant. Netanyahu's government has been criticized for its handling of security issues, including the Hamas-led attacks last October. Many Israelis see this as a moment of reckoning for his leadership.
It's also worth noting that Netanyahu is still facing a long-running corruption trial. There's even talk of a potential plea deal that could see him retire from politics. It feels like his time as Israel's leader might be coming to an end.
If that happens, it would mark the end of an era. Netanyahu is Israel's longest-serving prime minister, and his leadership has shaped the country in profound ways. But his tenure has also been marked by controversy and division.
The next few weeks and months will be critical. The decisions made during this period could shape Israel's future for years to come. It's a pivotal moment, to say the least.
Absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of today's stories. From Kennedy Carter's inspiring comeback to Qtrex Quantum's bold rebranding and the political upheaval in Israel, it's been a fascinating mix of topics that...
It really has. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Until next time.